Hello, and welcome to the very first episode of Obsolete Speedway. Obsolete Speedway will look at in detail racetracks that may be forgotten, abandoned, or never made it past the planning stages. Today we will take a look at the Reno Street Circuit in Reno, Nevada. In August 1992, members of the Nevada chapter of the Associated General Contractors began working with Premier Events to bring a new, exciting event to Reno. That event was IndyCar racing. The AGC worked to bring in sponsorship funding, in addition to becoming the title sponsor of the event. The AGC would build a temporary street circuit around the Reno Hilton. The AGC also donated time and equipment to create barriers, fencing, and grandstands to accommodate around 25,000 spectators. Moving forward to January 1993, it was announced the American IndyCar Series would sanction the Reno IndyCar Grand Prix. Not to be mistaken for CART or USAC, the American IndyCar Series was created in 1987 by early 80s IndyCar driver Bill Tempero for aspiring open-wheel racers as a cheaper alternative to CART and USAC. Using the parking lots between the Reno Hilton Hotel and the adjacent man-made lake, a 9-turn, 1.3-mile street circuit was crafted. Tempero, the president of the AICS, was quoted as saying the series wanted the event to have a long-term association, become successful, and grow and grow and grow. The race weekend would take place on June 3rd through the 6th as the second of 6 races for the 1993 season. 17 cars qualified for the 150-mile race, competing for $65,000 in prize money. Race day came with a rainstorm and heavy winds. 10,000 fans witnessed Rick Sutherland win his first IndyCar Series race. Bill Hansen and Tempero rounded out the podium. The Reno Hilton IndyCar Grand Prix was announced to return in 1994 on the weekend of June 12th. There was also a new track design. A 1-mile course was laid out to use Gregg and Mill Streets and circle the man-made lake outside the hotel. The sanctioning body would change as well. Out was the American IndyCar Series and a new deal in place with the Pro Stock IndyCar Series. However, the race never materialized. Fast forward to 1995, the Reno Sparks Convention and Visitors Authority were looking for a way to generate tourism and revenue for the city. The idea was to bring a Grand Prix back to Reno. Again, using the access roads and parking lot of the Reno Hilton Hotel, a track layout was crafted with 11 turns and a length of 1.27 miles. This version of the Reno Hilton Grand Prix also included a very unique feature. The backstretch would send the cars racing under the hotel's porte-cochere right by the front entrance to the hotel's lobby. The Sports Car Club of America, or SCCA, would bring the Trans Am Series, the World Challenge Series, the Barbershop Pro Series, and the American City Racing League to the biggest little city in the world on the weekend of September 22nd, 1996. The Road to Reno was also announced. If a driver could win the season's 4th race at Phoenix International Raceway and the 11th race at Watkins Glen International, that driver would be eligible for the Harris Triple Crown, a $50,000 prize if the driver was also able to win the season finale in Reno. Dorsey Schrader won both Phoenix and Watkins Glen, becoming eligible for the Triple Crown. Dorsey fell short in his quest for the money. He would lead 7 laps but drop out of the race, suffering mechanical failure on lap 67 of the 75-lap race. Ron Fellows dominated the second half of the race, leading the last 40 laps with a 2-second margin of victory over Jamie Gallus and Tom Gloy. Coming in with 4th place was Tommy Kendall, who earned his 3rd Trans Am title. The SCCA World Challenge round was eventful with multiple first corner incidents. Andy Pilgrim took the overall victory in a Porsche 911 GT2. Rick Lee came away victorious in the American City Racing League event, while Jeff Boss would win Sunday morning's Barber Dodge Pro Series race. The event returned for the weekend of October 19, 1997. Mike Borkowski won the Trans Am race. while Paul Gentilozzi and Brian Simo crashed into each other with 2 laps remaining. Lou Gelati won the World Challenge race. Derek Hill would win the Barber Dodge Pro Series race, while this would be the last weekend in Reno. On December 18, 1997, the Reno Sparks Convention and Visitors Authority pulled the plug on the Grand Prix. Citing minimal attendance and waning sponsorship dollars, the RSCVA could not justify the $700,000 it lost on the race in 1997. The Grand Prix also hit the Reno Hilton with losses as well. Using the portico chair essentially shut down the hotel for the 3 days the event was in town. Major auto racing has not returned to the Reno Sparks area since the Trans Am events. The hotel changed ownership in June 2006 and was renamed the Grand Sierra Resort, but the parking lot and the streets remain untouched. I hope you enjoyed this and tune in next time when we look at the next obsolete speedway on Hutchinson Island in the middle of the Savannah River in Savannah, Georgia.